Hi everyone and welcome to another Doctor Who figure review by me, Mega Shots, and today I'll be reviewing a Argos exclusive figure, and it is the absolutely fantastic Cyber Sentry figure from the Pandorica Opens. Now this Cyberman guarded the Pandorica in the Pandorica Opens, and this figure is meant to be of the one that tried to upgrade Amy but was later slayed by Rory in the episode. Now, like I said before, this figure is a Argos exclusive, and you can only get it with the 2010 TARDIS Playset at the moment. And even though it might have some inaccuracies, I still think it is an absolutely brilliant figure. And now I'm going to start reviewing it, and first of all, I'm going to go through the detail of this figure. Now, we'll start off by looking at the Cyber Sentry's head. Now, this looks absolutely brilliant in my opinion. It has all the detail it needs. We can see both of its teardrop eyes, and we can see the split going down the middle of the Cyberman's face, which was for when the Cyberman split his head open in the Pandorica Opens to reveal the terrifying human skull inside. We can also see that the handlebar on the right hand side is missing, and that there is a lot of damage on the right hand side of the face. It has this really nice rusty effect which looks really lifelike and very good in my opinion. And now we'll take a look at this Cyberman's torso and then his arms. Now we can see that this Cyber Sentry figure features the sword that Rory used to kill this character in the Pandorica Opens. It does look a bit too small in my opinion, and also it should have the end going out the back as well, because when Rory killed this Cyberman in the Pandorica Opens, the sword went all the way through its body and out of its back. But however, this isn't the case with the figure. Still looks okay the way it is in my opinion. The torso is also covered with lots of scratches and also the nice rusty effects to make it look very old and very lifelike as well. Now the arms of this Cyberman figure have been made very nicely as well. They've both been very nicely sculpted and very nicely painted. However, this Cyber Sentry figure only had the left arm in the Pandorica Opens. The right arm had been completely chopped off the body, and we never saw this character with a left arm in the episode. But I do like the fact that the figure has been given two arms, so it does seem a bit more complete that way, and we can also put it in a lot more poses. The right arm also features the wrist weapon. I was hoping that it would be able to turn on the figure like it did in the episode, but unfortunately it doesn't. I'm not too fussed about that though. We can also see that the handlebar on the right arm has been dented inwards, and you can't pull it out because it has been stuck to the body and it is part of the same sculpt. The legs are both the same sculpt as any other 5-inch Cyberman's figure's legs from the new series. However, I do think that they have been painted with more of a metal silver colour, and this makes them look a lot more shiny and a lot more lifelike. We can see that it also has the same rusty effect from the arms, the torso and the head, which also makes them look very lifelike. Once again, I think the rusty effect on this figure looks absolutely brilliant, and even though this figure may feature at least two things that aren't 100% accurate, I still think it really is an absolutely brilliant figure. And now I'm going to go through the articulation. Now the head is ball jointed, so it can move up and down. I think it can move down a lot more than the previous new series Cyberman figures as well. It can also spin 360 degrees. Both arms can do a 360 degree turn from the shoulders, and because they are ball jointed, they can also move inwards and outwards. Both arms can bend at the elbows, and both hands can swivel 360 degrees. Lower body articulation now. It can turn from the waist a bit, but not all the way round. Both legs can turn 360 degrees, even though they don't really need to. They can also bend at the knees, and both feet can swivel 360. Now, overall, I think this figure is absolutely brilliant, and it is by far my favourite new series Cyberman figure. The detail on it is absolutely brilliant, and I really like the rusty effects on it because it makes it look very accurate and also very, very lifelike. I also think that the articulation is great, and that the sculpt is absolutely fine the way it is, and it doesn't need any improvements. However, I do think that this figure would have been better if the sword wasn't added to the body of it, because In the Pandorica Opens, the sword actually killed the Cyberman, and before the Cyberman had the sword in its body, it was alive and well until Rory came along and killed it with that sword. So out of 10, I give the Cyber Sentry figure a very well earned 9 out of 10. An absolutely fantastic figure. It has lots of detail from cyber head to cyber toe and great articulation, but I do think that it would have been better if the sword wasn't included, or perhaps if it was removable. But this still is an absolutely brilliant figure, and if you're getting the TARDIS playset from Argos, then you should definitely look forward to having this figure, because, as I said before, it really is an absolutely fantastic figure. This has been my review for the Argos exclusive Cyber Sentry figure. I hope you've all enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you again.